What's up, everybody? Retro Nostalgic Nerd, and here's another Retro Sunday Fun Day for you. And today, we're going to go over Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. It was a pack-in game back when Nintendo used to pack in games, and boy, what a game it was. I remember having to beg my ass off for a Super Nintendo. And guess what? It didn't work. Because I got the Nintendo Entertainment System after probably about a good 2 years of pleading my case on why the Nintendo Entertainment System was better than the Atari 7800. Back then, boys and girls, it was hard to convince parents of technology and the advancements that it was making, especially in the video game industry. It was just starting out. It was bad enough that Atari had like 4 different versions. You had the 5200, 2600, 7800. I don't know, there might be another number that I'm missing. But the point being, there was just a lot of different variations. Parents really didn't see a point in upgrading, especially with the Atari, being that most of the cartridges, you could interchange them, the 2600 to the 7800. But you could never go back down. You couldn't go 78 to 26. I think I'm showing my age here. Anyway, I was a late bloomer to get the NES. I got it Christmas of 1989. And wouldn't you know it, a year later, this baby comes to the scene. Needless to say, my mom's exact words, "You don't need a Super Nintendo, you have a Nintendo. It doesn't even play the Nintendo games. So why would you need a Super Nintendo?" Try explaining 8-bit to 16-bit to a mom in the early 90s, late 80s. Good luck. And here's the pack-in cart. So you know what I had to do? I did what any other 12-year-old would do. I got my job as a paperboy, and I delivered my ass off. Now, I didn't have a Super Nintendo, like I said in the beginning. So what I did was I went to like Clover. Now I'm really showing my age. Where they had demos. Macy's department store even had demos. I went anywhere just to be able to play the store display of this baby. As you can see, I have other Super Nintendo games still. But we're going over Super Mario World. Probably my all-time favorite Mario game. Anyway, I've been rambling on enough. Let's get to it. Oh, that's so iconic. When I first saw this, I was just amazed, loved it. I think this stands the test of time, absolutely. I think you could get a new gamer and a veteran gamer. I don't think anybody will argue that point with me. But everybody's entitled to their own opinion, of course. And here we go. Graphically, yes, it definitely holds up. Sound-wise, absolutely. A lot of Super Nintendo games, at least in my opinion, are still some of the best musically 2D platforming games out there. I mean, right off the bat, you're immersed into this awesome world. The sound seems like it's a little off. I think it's because of my hookup. Because I'm hooking up, but yeah, the sound definitely is off a little bit. But it's actually not doing too bad because I don't have any extra weird hookups or anything. This is like the original hookups, the original audio video cables going into an HD TV. So I guess some of the sound didn't translate, but for the most part, I mean, you have to be really hardcore to even notice that the sound's a little off. And I only know the sound's off a little bit, and some of the things, not too much. It's only music. It's a little bit of music things that are missing, but here's like that, like when I got hit, that wasn't an accurate sound. Anyway, I used to fall asleep. This is a real big nerd confession. I used to fall asleep to the sound of this part, this overworld. Like it's missing, like it should be like dee-dee-dee, and it's not doing the dee-dee-dee. I don't know. Anyone that's really hardcore knows what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna shut up about bitching about the absence of that little dee-dee-dee. Look at this. I mean, how do you not have this? Is a Super Mario game that will go down in history. It'll outlive me, it'll outlive anyone watching the video. It's just going to be one of those games that are iconic. And I think that when they made the new Super Mario Bros. Games for the DS and the Wii U and the Wii, they pretty much modeled it after the maps and whatnot of this, because before this, there was never a save feature for a Mario game. There was never different worlds that you go to like this, like where you have to, you know, oh, Super Mario, I stand corrected, Super Mario 3 did have a map, alright, caught myself slipping. Super Mario 3 did have a map. There's just something about Super Mario World that just kicks so much ass. And here you go, Yoshi, okay? You couldn't ride a dinosaur in any other game for Mario. And the music changes a little bit when you have Yoshi. Listen, hear that? It's got that little extra, now jump off it. Okay, you don't hear it now, but now you hear it. Just makes you want to dance. I'm just telling you, I need to ride my Yoshi. It's a little sperm with eyeballs without a shell. I'll never get tired of this as long as I live. I still remember when I got to the end and I fought Bowser. Even the Bowser castles are just amazing, and we'll definitely get to one of those. It's just, when I first fought Bowser, oh my god, when he got in his little flying clown head and came at me and like went in 3D right out the screen, it was just, it's just awesome. Just, I mean, I used to stand and wait for kids to get the fuck out of my way so I could play this at Clover. Clover, yes, I'm gonna pop up Clover on the screen somewhere here so everybody can see what the hell Clover stores look like. They, pretty much everywhere there's a Kohl's, there used to be a Clover. Clover was good to find Transformers at too, little side note. I remember playing this so long in Macy's department store, my dad would get mad at me. He's like, we gotta go. And back in the day, I would rent Super Nintendo, the system, when I went to see my dad for the weekend. And oh shit, I had to sacrifice Yoshi. I'd go and rent the system. I think the system was like $25 for the weekend, and then the games were like $5 a day or something. And I would rent this. I would rent ActRaiser, and I just played the shit out of them. Now, of course, I did that while I was being a paper boy and trying to save up my money to get a Super Nintendo. Because, like I previously said, there was no way I was getting a Super Nintendo unless I was buying it with my own money. And you know, I'm a gamer to the core, and you know, gamers got to do what the gamers got to do to get the games they got to play. So I think everybody can relate to me on that. I used to do something stupid too. You know how you have 16, I look at the 26 and I'd add it up and try to see if, oh, I have 16 and 46, that's 42. And I'd be all like, you know, make a little side game out of it. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm sure you know that by now. These were cool. Cool water levels. I mean, the Super Nintendo, I'm sorry, hands down my favorite Nintendo system. Hands down. Hands flipping down. Hands down, hands up. Hands all around. This is my favorite system. And it still is to this day, and it pretty much will be till I die. So, yep, there it is. Alright, so 24 and 42 is 64, right? Now, 66. And obviously, math is not my strong point. Alright, so this is the first castle. This is Iggy. This is when we first realized that Bowser procreated. He has now, again, Super Mario 3. Why am I forgetting that? Ugh. Horrible. I mean, Super Mario 3 is not horrible. It's horrible that I keep forgetting that most of this shit was introduced in Super Mario 3. But I just think that it was perfected with the Super Nintendo. I know I'm missing something. That was cool too. I really thought it was cool that you can go through the little fence thing there. Of course I didn't do that. There was a guy, there was a kid that I was at a bus stop with, and he lived close to the bus stop, and he had this, so, oh shit, damn it. So what we would do was we would play until like we saw the bus coming, and we like one of us would be playing, the other one would be looking out for the bus, and then once you know that person died or it was the other person's turn, we would switch off, and then they'd have to look out for the bus. It's definitely not coming in stereo sound, but whatever. Little things like that was just cool. Ah, the big stomps. They've got me many times. Gamers today that are newer gamers, they didn't get to experience the evolution of like gaming as far as like Atari to Nintendo to Super Nintendo to Nintendo 64. And I know I'm like mentioning Nintendo out the butt. I know there's other ones like Commodore 64 and Sega Master System, Sega Genesis. Go down, Iggy, bitch. But I'm just kind of trying to say that, you know, we really appreciate, my generation really appreciates the evolution of the Mario games, and me personally, out of all the games, I think this one was really a staple, in my memory banks, at least. Mario has defeated the demented Iggy Koopa in Castle Number 1. I guess there were spacing issues when they made this. That's big spacing. Yeah. You go to the next one, and you just keep progressing through it all. Now I know that this is available for Nintendo's download in the Nintendo eShop. Highly recommend it. Oh yeah, I'm getting my cape. Nice little trick. You can just skip the entire episode. Well, you can do that too by just skipping. But you can skip this entire level. By using the gate. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. All these years, I didn't know you could do that. No way. Alright, I just learned something new about this game. That's right, man. Punk. And we're going to end with number 1 because this game is number 1. Super Mario games. So, if you haven't played this and you're a Mario fan, you gotta play this game, no question. It definitely deserves a playthrough. I think I've seen on the internet people do some kind of speed playthrough with Bowser Kill or something. They do it in like 3 minutes or whatever. I don't know how the hell they do it. I never really watched it. But, you know, this warms my heart. This game is just the Mario game. Well, thank you for joining us on another Retro Sunday Fun Day, and we will see you next time, and appreciate your support. Peace.